such an asshole.
I give you a very chef, hello, children. And we got a Clary original request, which I like because I don't always like answering other people's questions. Sometimes people are charitable and kind enough to say, Cappy, can I pay you to talk about what you want to talk about? Like, yes, you can, boys and girls. By God. If people tell me to pay me to talk about what I don't want to talk about, you're darn right you can pay me to talk about what I want to talk about. Cappy, can I pay you to eat chocolate ice cream? By God, yes, you can. Hey, asshole, I would like to pay you for another Clary original video to be posted on your YouTube channel. Let me know what it will cost, and I will get the money to you respectfully. Gavin. Well, thank you, Gavin. I appreciate it very much. So I had to think about it, and I had some other ideas, but then there was one I found in my notebook or note page, and there was this thing that I came up with. This is 3-4 years ago. I never mentioned it, but I want to call it CEO game or website CEO game. And the reason it came to the top, this is the one I want to do for an original, is because I think I found a legitimate way for you guys to, as Rollo Tomasi always says, for those of you who aren't 666 or a top 5%, let's say you're 6'2", right? Well, let's say you're not exactly the best looking guy. You're not ugly. You can't be too overweight. Let's just say you're no 10, all right? But you're tall enough. You got a job, you got an okay house, you're good to go. But these girls want those guys to be in the top 5% of income earners. Kevin Samuels very regularly has girls on who never looked up income distribution among men. And they're like, he's got to make at least $500,000. He says, what percentage of men do you think make $500,000? Yeah, 35%. Like, wow, they really do believe you have you believing in it. Where's that patriarchy? Sign me up. But it's a big hurdle financially. That finance, that prestige. And if you don't believe me, go get my book, The Book of Numbers. You can find it on Amazon. Cost benefit and actuarial analysis of your likelihood of meeting a girl, blah, 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 that kind of thing. But then, to give you another example where these girls really do like prestige and status and money, not that the money, they want to make a certain amount of income, but then there's some people that really want the money. One of our agents in the field was telling me that once he got his master's degree, the amount of matches he had on Bumble doubled. So these women really want a guy that makes money, and I would also argue status. They also can't have a guy who's less educated than them. So yes, a higher education, a master's degree would indicate higher income. I'm certain that financially incentivizes some women to find you more attractive. But it was also the prestige, I think. Like, oh, he has a master's degree. His master's in nuclear engineering is equal to my master's in child psychology. Okay, yeah, all right, because they're both masters. All right. But anyway, it was a big bump. And I even saw this beforehand with my friend 4 years ago, where a title really went far. So let me explain the situation. I have a buddy. He owns a business. It's a real business, has a real website, real assets. I'm not going to mention what it is, a real business. He is a real CEO. Just one problem. He always loses money. This is a perennial money loser. So yes, he does have money. Yes, he is a CEO. Yes, he does have a website, but he never makes any money. And I've given up. I don't care anymore. But he's not successful. But here's the thing. Do women look up your tax return? First of all, it's a private company, so they can't verify it's a profitable firm. Second, even if it was a publicly traded firm, you could somehow look it up. Most girls don't know how to read an income statement and don't care. What they see is the website. When they Google stalk president and CEO on a dating app, president and CEO of this company, on the Facebook, president and CEO, on the Tinder, president and CEO. And then I won't lie, but he's not egregious with his expenses because he doesn't have the money, but he has afforded in the past a sports car and a boat. And so and this guy slayed it with the girls. He totally slayed it with the girls. And I was always perplexed. I couldn't fathom, like, how does he do so good? I mean, he's an okay looking guy, but he could get and the problem he faced, let me explain who he got and then the problem he faced. He was my age. Well, he is my age. Not only was he my age, he's still my age because we age at the same speed. And here he is, Landon, 23, 24, 25-year-old prime age tail. Right? Then he gets sick and tired of dating them because, well, they're 23, 24, 25-year-olds, and they're, I don't want to say dumb, but very naive, very young. And when you're 20 years, you got 20 years on anybody. I mean, you're just not the same mentality, not the same maturity. So they would inevitably drive him nuts. So then he'd go older and date in the younger 30s, which here's nothing free in life, man. Guess what? She's a single mom. And they'd be more mature, they'd be more better at conversation. I would also argue since they had kids, they had that I'm the center of the universe kind of kicked away from them. But then the kid would in and then he'd go and he'd just ping pong back and forth. Oh, hot 20-something girls driving me nuts. Oh, stable, relatively normal 32-year-old with a real job. Kid is driving me nuts. Oh, man, she can't go. I'm going to go back to the 24. Oh, gosh, it is painful. I'm going to go back to the 34. Oh, gosh, painful. And they were all good looking, way good looking, and way better looking than him. Way better looking than him. At least I was just like, how the F did you get that? I know you, man. Anyway, I finally pieced it together where it wasn't his sports car or his boat because he met them all online. It was his title. And since it was a private company, there was no way to verify, say a girl had some accounting skills and could read an income statement. There was no way to verify his income, whether he was rich or not. And since half of it was just status, like he's president CEO, and there was a website to verify he had a real company, that's enough in 99.9% of women's minds. And so then I asked myself, I said, self, what assets would be needed to convince women you're a president and CEO of a legitimate company? And I realized that you don't even, the same chances a girl's going to audit your tax returns, there's the same chances this girl's going to go and look up your company on the Secretary of State where you would have filed the corporate filings to create your company. No girls are going to go, well, I'm going to confirm over on the Secretary of State over in Alabama if this guy really owned and set up the company. You just need a website. And what I think would have made a great game, and had I known better and had I thought better, if I were to do it all over again, what I would do is I get a website, okay? So let's say that's hosting costs $200, $250 a month. And you're going to need an email address. You're going to need your own email address. So that's going to cost. So let's just say that's not a month, $250 a year for hosting. Maybe let's throw another $100 on there for email hosting. You're going to have to program it. Let's say on the high end, you pay some guy who's really good or some gal who's really good $2,000 to create a professional looking website, throw your picture up there, get some good buddies that you trust. Hey, can I have you here? Have all the emails come to you, in case she wants to email Bob an account. Oh, Bob's the chief financial officer. You just, grab your buddy Frank. Hey, Frank, can you pose wearing a suit? Oh, yeah, okay, I'm going to get the no, the emails all come to me. You won't be harassed about it. Okay, thank you very much. You owe me a beer. Yeah. Yeah? Yeah. Aww. So you create the website. It's professional looking. There's your email. She clicks on it. It goes to you. It has the same URL in the email. As far as most girls are going to be concerned, you own oh, wow, look at his website. Must be real. He's president and CEO. Get business cards. So let's talk about the total investment. So you don't even program it. Say $2,000. Let's say $350 a year in hosting costs. All right. So for the first year, you're $2,350 in. I think that's about it. You're $2,350 in. And then for the remaining years, you just got to keep renewing at $350 an hour or $350 a year. And so what you essentially do for an initial investment cost of $2,300 and $350 a year after that is you give yourself such a huge boost in every form and facet of dating. Oh, okay, I forgot business cards. So there's another $50. You see, you go, hey, yeah, I know, give me a call sometime. Oh, who's this? Aaron Clear, president and CEO of Durfy Dirk Corporation. Oh my gosh, it's if I email, oh, did he got? Oh, he's the president and CEO, and that is a fraction of what you would spend on actual dating costs, actual like dating website. I mean, what is I don't know what is Tinder Premium cost now? Jack Napier and the gang were talking about they pay for Tinder Premium because they just don't have the time. And I don't know what it is like, let's say it's $50 a month, right? Then you got to actually go on the dates. Then you got to actually go out of the time. At the time swiping lost away, dude, for $350 a year. Cap, that's what, $20 a month? No, $30 a month. For $30 a month. Cappy's got it down, man. Got it all sewed, man. The route, the timing, everything. He's got it all sewed. And all you got to do. But now you can't be some 18-year-old kid who's got 3 pubes on his chin. It's that you got to be a little bit older. You almost have you're gonna have to at least be 25 or older to pull this off. But come up with a business plan. Come up with an idea. Make it sound like we here at the Durky Dirk Corporation are a leading corporation in making pixie sticks. Whatever. Oh, and then you have your buddies like, oh, if you need me to be, I'll be on your board of directors. Aaron Clary, board of directors. A little thing. I'll put my hand like this, or the. No, they did a hand on the chin. That thing, that. And I betcha, man, you're gonna have way more girls responding to you, way more. And since the vast majority, by the way, if you don't believe me, get my book, The Book of Numbers, Analyzing the ROI on the Pursuit of Women, paperback, Kindle, Audible at Amazon. If you think like, well, what if she really likes me? The vast majority of the girls you date will not like you. Or I should say, it won't work out. You won't like them. They won't like you. And you're just like, And you gotta be careful because what's the state where you mislead? I think it's New York, where if you lie about your job, like girls lie about their boob size with fake bras and and heels, like how they lie. Yeah, that's fine. But if you lie about your job and your income, you might be facing jail time. So depending on the state you're in, please consult the law. But it was just an idea. I was like, oh man, if I had thought, I wish I figured that out earlier. I mean, I'm not kidding. I think this is on par with having little girls with you or a dog. Because when I take my nieces around, especially when they're smaller, dude, every girl was, here's the number. Well, they didn't offer it like that, but they're like, hi. I'm like, hi. Is she yours? No, this is my niece. Oh. So what do? I'm an author. When the heck, why didn't this happen? Walk a dog? Oh, what kind is he? The kind, if I give you my number, will you call me? Oh, yes, it'd be wonderful. This would be like having those secret weapons. And so anybody out there, if any of you guys do this, I would love to see the results. Because I know that he wasn't that good. He was good looking, but wasn't that good looking. And he had no problems. And he didn't meet him when he was driving his sports car. He didn't meet him out in public. He met him on the internet. And by gosh, if that buddy I knew who he added his master's degree, I bet you that will increase your online stats. It at least double it, at least. All right, let's go to the super chats. We got 4. The gall darn bacon, that 308. I shot that yesterday. I shot a 308. I thought it was a smaller caliber. That's quite a sizable caliber. We'll be writing a report on every dating app soon. Cool. All right, that's it. Questions, answers, assholeconsulting.com. See you guys later, Toodles.